Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to another solo podcast here at SDE Podcast. You see, my name is Anico and I'm always your amigo. I'm always your friend. So, as you always wish your friends well, manze, wish me well. Tell a friend to tell a friend about this. View this content day in, day out. Subscribe, share as much as possible in your groups, in the places you go, share. Tell them about this. As I said before, this is your channel. And why is this your channel? This is your channel because you get an opportunity to tell us what you want us to share to the public. You get an opportunity to tell us what you want us to talk about, what you want us to research about, what you want us to deliver to you, Maze. This is your channel. This is a channel whereby you will be free to talk to us, okay? So, as I have said, subscribe, view our content, tell a friend to tell a friend, tag and share, tag and share. Okay, don't give up. We won't give up. We will always be uploading 4 videos in a week, and as I promised, this Wednesday, every single Wednesday, we will always be having a live, powerful live, man. Powerful, yani powerful, strong, yeah, powerful. We'll be having a live podcast, and we thank God for the growth so far. Tunaendelea to most, we are just continuing little by little. Now, subscribe. We need your subscription. We need your viewership, yeah, so that we may move on, okay? And as usual, I always have something to say during the beginning of a podcast, okay? Now, what do I have for you today during the beginning of this content, during the beginning of this podcast? What I have to tell you is that there is a school called Master Seed Education Center, They are offering online tuitioning for maths, science, and social studies. You see, these things are going until 29th of November. They have already begun, and you are just going to pay 500 shillings for a whole week. You are going to be taught with the best teachers. From 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. in the morning, you are going to learn, manze. Your kid is going to learn the best from grade 1, from grade 1, the pre-primary to grade 9. Okay, they are offering the best education that you have ever seen. They are great teachers. Okay, if you doubt it, talk to Mr. Okia Jonathan. That is his number down there. Let your kid learn. Let your kid learn. Let your kid learn online. Let your kid learn online. Okay, my brothers and sisters, it is an opportunity. Don't let it go. How will this opportunity help your son or daughter? Hivi ndio hii kitu itasaidia mtoi wako. Next year your son or daughter anaingia grade next. Anaweza kuwa ako grade 7 this year, anaingia grade 8 next year. Anaweza kuwa ako grade 1 this year, anaingia grade 2 next year. When he enters into the next grade, he will have an upper hand in these 3 subjects. He will be able to maneuver through easily more than the other students. So it will give him or her a great chance to be in a best position in that class. So it is just providing your son or daughter with a good phone or a good laptop or a good iPhone and paying 500 shillings and ensuring that place yenye unakaa ama place son wako anakaa ama place daughter yako yuko has internet. So in the morning when he or she wakes up, anaenda pale internet, anaanza kulearn from 9 to 11 a.m. Don't forget, 9 to 11 a.m. call Mr. Jonathan Okia hapo. Mimi sitachoka kuambia. Call him, tell him that you want to add in only 500 shillings per week. Yeah, that is that. So let's continue. Yeah. So today I want to talk about elections in the United States of America. You see, kumekuwa na elections, general election. The best one that we celebrated was for Mr. Barack Obama, who was our own here, manze. I remember we went to KICC and we had fake Obamas talking like Obama there. It was beautiful, it was powerful. During the inauguration of President Obama, we were also having our own Obama inauguration here in Kenya. It was beautiful and powerful. Even in Kogelo there in Siaya, Lego, they were having their own inauguration of President Barack Obama. So it was a great day. And also it came to the time tulikuwa na President Trump with his own great ideology whereby he was saying America for Americans. We had him, and so this time round we also come to the place of having Kamala against Trump once more. And say Trump never gives up. Trump never gives up. Trump never gives up. Never gives up, never give up, whatever. He never gives up. Okay? So he never gives up. And he's going for the second time again as the president of the United States of America. Kuna wase wanasema President Trump will win. Kuna wase wanasema President Harry will win. But whoever will win, we are Africans. Okay? So why am I saying this? Because somebody aliniambia, how can we Africans learn from the general elections of the Western nations? Now, I want to bring this to you. And the only way we can learn from these elections is by looking at the process of which these people go through when they are conducting their elections. We need to see how they do their own elections. Why is it that their elections are not rigged? Why is it that their elections are not faulty? Why is it that it is only we in Africa that our elections are rigged? After election there is wars, tribalism, hatred, bloodshed. Why? Okay, so United States of America, just like any other nation that was colonized, gained their independence back in the year 1776. Yeah, 1776 in 4th of July. Okay, so that is when they got their independence. Yeah, that's when they got their independence. And after that they continued with building their own constitutions, how they will be conducting their elections, how they will conduct it. They will be conducting themselves. Somebody is asking which nation or which people colonized the United States of America. United States of America was colonized by the Great Britain. Yeah. It is not a coincidence that the Great Britons also colonized we Kenyans. Okay, Nigeria, Kenyans, and many nations in Africa were colonized by the Great Britain. So it is the same Great Britons that colonized the United States of America. Yeah, and they gained their independence back in the year 1776, July 4. Okay, let's continue. So, how do they conduct their elections? And what is the process of becoming the president of the United States of America? Okay, there are four major steps that for you to become the president of the United States of America, you will go through, and your election process will go through. Number one, before you even decide to vie for the presidency of the United States of America, there are three things that you must consider. Number one, you must be a naturally born citizen of the United States of America. That means you must have been born in the United States of America. Number two, you must have lived in the United States of America for the past 14 years, not failing. Number three, you must be at least 35 years of age and above. Okay, so Trump, I think is 80 something, but he's vying for the president. So you must be at least 35 years of age and above. Okay, now what is the first step? The first step we call it primaries and caucuses. Primaries and caucuses. Primaries and caucuses. Damn that thing. What is primaries? Primaries and caucuses. You see, primaries and caucuses is the first step, and in this step is whereby many people come up in the parties. Just like in our nation here, many people come up during the primaries. And in United States of America, there are two major parties, as you know. We have the Democrats and we have the Republicans, you understand. So let's say in the primaries and caucuses, many people will come up in the Democrats and in the Democratic Party, and many people will come up in the Republicans Party. Okay, so both of them are saying, I want to be the flag bearer of this party. So what happened in the primaries and the caucuses is that they will go through what we call in our Sheng language, muchujo. Okay, they will be chujuan. One by one will be cast away until one is left. Okay, so what happens during the primaries and caucuses, they will sell their ideas. Each one of them will sell their ideas to the party members. Nationwide, they will go around selling their ideas to the party members, telling them that I am the best, candidate for this party to be the president of this nation, please vote for me. These are my ideas. This is why you should elect me. This is why I should be the flag bearer of this nation, of this party. So they will go around the nation and tell the members of the party, why me? Please, let me be the one. After that, now we go to the place where now they will be elected by the members of the party. Okay, so the members of the party will cast votes to vote for the person they think is the best candidate to be the flag bearer of their party. So they will cast votes until one person emerges the winner. Those are the caucuses and primaries. The primaries and the caucuses stage number 1, whereby you arise, you declare you want to be the party flag bearer for the presidency of the United States of America. After that, you are selected by the members of your party. Okay, after being elected, what is the next step? Okay, now the next step is the national conventions. You understand? The next step is called the national conventions. Now, what happens in the national conventions? In the national conventions, what happens is that now, as you have been elected by the party members to be a flag bearer of your party, now you go out. In the national convention, this is the step whereby you now choose your vice presidents. In this stage, they call him or her a running mate. You understand? We know Trump has a running mate and Harry has a running mate. So in the national conventions, you come to choose your running mate, who will end up being your vice president. In Kenya, we call them deputy presidents. Okay, so that happens there. Then after that, now you start going around the nation selling your ideas. Now this, you're not just selling your ideas so that the party may vote you. No, this one, you are selling your ideas so that the nation may consider you as the president, as the suitable president of the nation of the United States of America. So you go around the nation, you sell your ideas perfectly, as much as you can. You tell them, I am the best. You understand? You tell them, I want to be the president of the United States of America so that I may unite all the states, so that I may improve on health, so that I may improve on the unity of our people, so that I may improve the livelihood of the black people and the white people, so that I may eradicate I may eradicate racism, so that I may eradicate hatred, so that I may eradicate corruption and such kind of things that destroy our nation. You sell your ideas to the people, okay? You sell them your ideas. This process. In selling your ideas, you also find that there are those who taunt others. They taunt their opponents. They taunt the other person. They say, this person did not even go to school. We've seen him. You see, we've seen him do this and this and this. He cannot lead this nation. And then the other one also said, this person, he is a fool. He has not even been able to manage his own business well. He continues to fire people. He is a bad leader. When he becomes the president, he will be a tyrant. All this, all that, all this, all that. And so it goes that way until now you come to a place of convincing yourself. You've been able to sell yourself to the people of the nation. Another thing that you do in this stage is that you attend debates, the presidential debates. You see, we understand that in this particular case, Donald Trump had his first debate with President Biden. That was the first debate, because then we knew that Biden was going to vie for the presidency of the United States of America. So we had our first debate against Biden against Trump, Trump against Biden. That was the first presidential debate of the United States of America. After this, people said that Biden scored very poorly in this presidential debate. What happened next? Biden stepped down in the 21st of July, whereby his vice president, Kamala Harris, came in. And so the next presidential debate was against Trump versus Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump, which it is said that Harry did well. And so the third debate was against the vice presidents, was against Vance, and it was beautiful. And it is said that the Republicans won the day. That's what is said, because mostly the percentages, some of them are 42 against this, and it is said that the Republicans won the vice presidential debate. So now we go on to the next step. After you've sold your ideas to the people, now you know that I have won the presidential debate. I have sold my ideas to the people have bought it, because it is even in this state that now you try to convince people, rich men of the world, to be your supporters. We have seen that Donald Trump have been able to convince the richest man in the world, Elon Musk, to be his supporter and be behind him. And so Elon Musk is supporting him with all the resources that he has, supporting Trump, you see, with everything that he can. And so it is in this stage that you get to convince people, convince companies that I am the best president for this nation, and if you help me, I will be able to help this nation. So after you've done all these things, you have nothing else remaining but now to come to the stage of the general election, the third stage. Now in this third stage of the general election, now the presidential candidates allows the people to vote. Now the people of the United States of America don't vote directly to the presidents of the United States of America. No, they vote in people who are called electors. Now, who are the electors? Electors are the people who are going to vote in the presidents in the electoral college. We call it the electoral college. Now, what happens in the electoral college is that the electors, the total number of the electors are 538 individuals. You understand? 538 individuals. 100 of them come from the Senate. The rest come from the House of Representatives. Now, what is the House of Representatives? The House of Representatives in Kenya, we call the National Assembly. Okay, yeah, it is the National Assembly. Yeah, simply. So the rest come from the House of Representatives, and these people form a house called the Congress. Okay, they are called members of the Congress. So these people now vote in the president. Now this is the fourth step during the elections. We've gone through the primaries and the caucuses. We've gone through the national movements, whereby now you select your own vice president, and so then we have gone through the campaigns and all that. Then we go through the general election, the third step. Then we've gone through now we are in the fourth step, which is the electoral colleges. Now at the electoral college, out of 538 votes, the president should garner at least 270 votes. Okay, at least 270 votes. Now, if either Trump or Harris succeeds to gain 270 votes, he will be declared the president-elect of the United States of America, waiting for the inauguration ceremony, which will happen next year in the month of March. Now, what happens if the Congress members doesn't come to a great conclusion? What do I mean? I mean, what happens if both candidates score the same result? What if they tie? You understand? Because they can tie. Now, this is what happened. When the candidates tie, the House of Representatives are given a chance to vote in the next president. Now, when they are given a chance to vote in the next president, they will vote in the next president. But even then, if they fail, something else can happen. When the House of Representatives now fail to vote in the next president, what happens is that now the vice president that has the highest votes becomes the president of the nation of America until next year March, when another elections will be conducted. Okay, so that is simply the process of electioning or the president of the United States of America, or of making the president of the United States of America, or of electing the president of the United States of America, or of becoming the president of the United States of America. So these two people, Harry and Mr. Trump, have gone through some of these steps. Now the steps that are remaining are the general election and the college votes. You understand? And so after that, we will know who is the next president of the United States of America, because in most cases they don't tie. In fact, they have never been a tie in the history of the United States of America. So we hope that one of them will garner 270 votes in the college. They are called the college votes, and these guys are called the electors or the Congress members. Okay, yeah, 100 of them are from the Senate and the rest are from the House of Representatives. And as I've said, the House of Representatives in Kenya, we call them the members of parliament, okay, or the National Assembly. So that is the process of declaring elections, or of conducting elections, or of becoming the president of the nation of United States of America. Now, what can we learn? What can we simply learn from these elections? We can learn from the past elections of not only United States of America, but most of the Western nations. We can learn that they are peaceful elections, they are digitalized, the people there don't cause chaos. If you're defeated, you concede to defeat, apart from the last election where Trump did not concede and said they were faulty during the elections and so on and so forth. But we must realize one thing that they always maintain, that we never maintain in Africa, is peace. It happened in Kenya, it happened in Nigeria, it happened in Uganda. Almost in each and every nation of Africa, whenever there is a general election, we always have problem, we always have chaos, we always have wars, bloodshed, this and that, which is unnecessary. You understand? Once election have been done, it has been done. Let us move on. Number two, what should we learn? We should learn that these guys are digitalized. They are using digital equipment to conduct their elections. In the United States of America, a day is enough for elections. While in a small nation like our own here, Kenya, we conduct elections for an entire week and more. You understand? And even during this week, there are chaos and deaths and killings and wars everywhere. And sometimes we don't have peace of mind and peace of heart. I believe it is not just in Kenya, it is all over Africa. If we want to grow, we must learn from these nations. Not just in terms of elections. We must also learn from them in terms of economic growth. You understand? Look at China. The other day, China was a very poor nation. You see, very poor nation. But what happened? China learned from other nations, and China realized that Western nations, they have very expensive labor, and hence their goods are expensive. And now what China does, realizing that China has a high population, the leading nation in the world in terms of population is China. When they realize that, what do? They said that they are going to offer cheap labor. So their labor is cheap, and everything they're producing is affordable. There is no good in the entire world that is as affordable as the goods from the nation of China. In fact, even most of the phones and gadgets we are using are assembled in China, because there they have cheap labor. You understand? They learned from the Western, and now they are growing so fast. They're even helping us in Africa. So what should we should learn from these Western nations if we want to grow? We should learn that they, as a people, they know that peace is key towards growth. So even as we may have our elections in the year 2027 here in Kenya, we should learn from these kind of things. I say may because there might be a process of doing some changes on the constitution so that the president may run for 7 years. Okay, yeah, there might be so. And this is not a politicking pod. We are going to have another podcast for politics on Wednesday. We are going to have a live podcast. We're going to have a live podcast there. Please kuwa na sisi hapo hivyo. Now, during that podcast, tutaongea, we will laugh, we will share, we will do all that we need to do, and we will be happy as well. So don't let us down. Come in. We will tell you the time that you're going to start that live. Sawa sawa. So as usual, my name is Anico, and I'm always your amigos. Please subscribe, like, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, and don't forget to continue viewing our contents. We are going to upload 4 times in a week, and as I have said, on Wednesday we are having a live podcast. Don't fail to join us. Subscribe, view, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Also don't forget ile maneno nimeambia kuhusu mustard seed. It is an opportunity for your kids. Okay, thank you very much. Until next time, I am always your amigo. Au revoir.